Alright guys, welcome back to Burning Rubber Garage. Today we're going to fix three things on this 97 GMC Suburban. I always say Chevy, but GMC made a Suburban and now I got one. So biggest issue right now is we're getting snow. As you can see here, we're getting snow. The wipers don't want to work, and when they do work, they kind of work at their own pace. So I've ordered a new part for that. Some people say it's going to fix it, others don't. The other thing we've got over here are these headlights. They are shooting into space instead of on the road. The third thing we're going to fix is the rear hatch will not open. Seems like a very common problem. GM uses some very shoddy parts, which is amazing. A lot of plastic and crap like that, but we'll get in there, we'll get it fixed. It's the joys of owning an older vehicle. So the first thing we're going to do is right back here, you got your motor here. Right back there is what we need to replace. This is what it looks like. It goes up in there, it goes in this way. So it's in that way. This one, I've already replaced this real quick. It's, they're actually a unique bolt, and it's 3 of them that hold it on there. Might be 4. You got to undo this clip, which is kind of a joy in the cold, makes your fingers hurt. Pull that out, put it back in. We were having problems with the wipers would stop whenever they wanted. They'd work whenever they wanted. The sprayers never worked. A lot of people, I found some stuff on this online. They said it might fix it. A lot of people said it wouldn't. It fixed everything. So you take that cover off right here. You got that bolt, that bolt, that bolt, and that bolt. Pull that out. Pull that out. After that's unhooked first, slide that into place. Plug the sensor back in and give her a shot. You should have working wipers, sprayer. The funny thing is the rear sprayer works, so it must be on a whole nother circuit board, or this section of the circuit board worked for the back window. This is kind of what the part looked like. It's kind of grease goop. Yeah. That's what we got to work on. That one's been fixed. I didn't think it would fix it, so I didn't film the actual install of it. Majority of people online said it would not fix that problem. I'm gonna have to replace wiper motor, sprayer motor, and all that good stuff. Did not. Simple board. I'm not impressed with the one I bought that said AC Delco original equipment, and it sure as heck was not. It was some Chinese lovely. Yeah. When you tell me it's a new one, I want a repop the manufacturer one is what I want. So, but it was 12 bucks and now everything works. Let's grab some screwdrivers and see if we can get that back hatch open. All right, I'm back here in the back of the Suburban. Yes, I had to climb over the rows. It happens. As you can see here, the screws you need to get to this panel are under there. They're not going to do you one bit of good. You could pull these off. That's not going to do anything for you because the metal's right there. So when I hit the buttons and it doesn't unlock, when I hit the front it doesn't release. It's just not releasing. So it's going to be very difficult to get this to do what I want it to do, but I'll try and show you guys. So I'm actually going to just do some prying down like that. It's probably going to take 2 hands. This was, I don't remember how many different sites I went on, forums, and they said if I can get down in there and kind of push it, there's a couple different things that can happen. Some of them, they just go out and you just got to help it open up and it'll release that back. The other ones that you got back there, sometimes it goes too far, like it's just misaligned when it shuts and it goes on top. So I apologize, it is freezing out here and I'm in shorts just because that's how I roll. Got to get on top, so you kind of got to help push that just a little bit farther down so that it can get unstuck. So I'm going to set you guys down here for a minute and see if we can get this thing to pop. Maybe I'll see if I can brace you up like right there below my amazing chin. Here we go. So that's not bad. We got right there. Let me hop back out here and show you what actually took place. When you've done it a few times, it makes it a lot easier. So, all right. So This guy was really dirty. This thing, when it closes, is supposed to go to there. And that was what locks your hatch in. I'm glad this is what the case is with mine. And then when you hit the button, it releases it. What had happened on this one is this latch right here got on top. And then when it goes to release it, it can't let it go because it's jammed. So I was able to get on there and push down just enough to make that work. So you can see that. Probably a good spray with some penetrating lube, and then it'll take care of that. So let me clean that up. Let's see if it keeps working. Alright guys, back outside the Suburban here. Let me show you what you're going to have to take off if you needed to go farther than this. I got lucky. There's a screw there, there, and then you open her up. You got screws all along that. You'd have to take all of those off to access this. I was one of the fortunate ones. This was just really nasty, dirty. You can still kind of see it. I cleaned it up a little bit and then lubed it back up. So now we have good movement there, which is what we were doing. So what had happened here is this rod right here had gotten stuck up top there. So I was able to get my screwdriver on that and push it down and then push out on the window, and it popped. Normally what happens is it closes. You got your bar in there, your alignment right there. And then when you hit the button, see, now we're stuck again. Alright, so normally what happens is you take this, you've got it there, it's got your rod right there and your alignment bar, that guy right there in there to kind of, I think, help keep it lined up. And then when you hit the button, it pops right off. You saw a little lube from flying off of there, just WD-40 to clean it up, and then I'll lube it up here in a minute. That was a pretty simple fix, guys. Not gonna lie to you on that one. Very, very easy. If these go out, there's some rivets in there. You end up having to drill stuff, use bolts. Not a good situation. So let's give this thing a shot. Okay, so we're locked. Hit the release. And we're good. So as simple as that. You can kind of see where I marred that up a little bit with my screwdriver getting in there. It happens, but I was able to push that down, and we should be at least a little while longer of trouble-free use. You can't guarantee when this is going to go out. It is, what is this thing, 20? This thing's 20 years old next year. It's crazy. So very nice little setup there. Let's go ahead and shut that. One thing I did want to show you guys is I didn't have any wipers except for high speed for some reason. I definitely had no spray, so that's not good. But check this out. Fire's right up. Let's turn that off. It's not gonna have any heat anyways, but shut this because I don't want to get drenched. We have spray, which is good. We have wipers. Before they wouldn't stop until like 30-40 seconds. Let's see if we've got low. We got low and we got high, and when they're off, they stop where they're supposed to. How great is that? So far good fixes. When it gets a little darker here, I'm gonna go ahead and adjust the headlights. These now they need to come up. I went too far. One thing with the headlights you want to be very careful of is not to break them, because that's, again, they use plastic on some of the pieces. It's when you turn the screw, it's like a gear. It'll move the headlight in or out if you're trying to adjust them more like left or right or whatever, and then up and down is the same thing. It's kind of like you're the motor driving that gear. So what we've got going on here is we'll let the sun go down. I'm not going to do it like they tell you to do it, pull 20-30 feet away from a wall that's 6 feet tall, blah blah blah, mark the center, that kind of stuff. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to. I know they need to come up a little bit. I played with it a little bit the other day, and then I got thinking, why don't I put a video of this online so people can figure it out instead of having to pretty much nose around down there and find out what's going on. So all right guys, welcome back. We've got them adjusted a little bit here. So what we've got here, 4 holes, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we can hold that light right there and let you guys see it. The first hole right here, nothing. This hole, this is your up and down. This is the one you'll probably want to use. The next one, down in there, we have your in and out. That'll push your beams closer together or spread them farther apart. And that one, I don't know about that one. These bars right here, they just hold them in. Don't mess with them. I thought, oh, how simple. So I started turning them and they just pull out. So what I've got is a unique setup here. The one in this one right here is a Phillips. This one was a this one right here was a T15, I believe. This one was a T20, and then this one was the T15 right here. So now that we've got it adjusted, we're touching that line right there where I want to be. That's pretty decent, pretty easy. Should be pretty good. So again, you're going to have 4 holes here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one, I'm not quite sure what's down in there. This one is your adjustment for up and down. This one right here, in and out. Over here, you got your 4 holes again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and down, in and out. Hopefully that helps you guys, at least save you some time. Sometimes, unfortunately, some of them can be broken, which is not good at all, but it does happen. So anyways, we'll hopefully that helped you guys out a little bit. I know it wasn't an all-inclusive job here, but hopefully it helped you out.